King Von's lyrics reflected his real-life experiences, from rapping about killing a female assassin to dissing NBA YoungBoy and claiming he slept with his baby mama. These incidents were not just in his music, but allegedly happened in real life. One of King Von's biggest rivals was FBG Wooski, and the two constantly taunted each other on social media. In one tweet, Wooski told Von, "You gon' fall as well." Von replied, "Not before you, though." Sadly, Wooski was shot first, and Von wasted no time dissing him in his music. In the track Back Again, Von rapped, "Shoot up everybody that's outside, bet Wooski feel this one. I bet Wooski still twitching? He changed. Something different." In Grandson for President, Von added, "Wooski got shot. Now he taking medicine." Von was referencing the 2018 shooting at a funeral where Wooski was shot in the head. Many believe Wooski has not been the same since that incident. During the same year, one of Wooski's friends, rapper Vantrese Chris, also known as Dooski Thawman, was shot and killed by a rival. After his death, Von allegedly FaceTimed Wooski to brag and tell him he was in for a surprise.
We go surprise. You talking about tonight. We go surprise, bro.
Being a known figure in the community, O-Block members anticipated that Dooski's funeral would be packed with rivals, making it the perfect opportunity to strike. On the afternoon of October 17th, chaos erupted at Dooski's funeral.
We've learned a little bit more about the victims this afternoon. There were a total of 6 people who were shot outside the church. It was a pandemonium, a scene of pandemonium right after that happened. Many of those people who were shot were leaving a funeral inside the church.
During the funeral, a car pulled up and men jumped out, opening fire on the mourners. Some of the gang members mourning their fallen soldier, including Wookie, pulled out firearms and shot back. Unfortunately, Wookie was shot in the head and fell to the ground as the shooters got back into their getaway car and sped off. Wookie wasn't the only one shot, as 6 other people also sustained gunshot wounds. Fortunately, everyone survived, including Wookie, who, despite being shot in the head, lived to outlast Von, as he had promised during their 2012 Twitter exchange. Shondale Gregory, known as Tuka, has gained nationwide infamy due to the ongoing gang war in Chicago. Numerous rappers have dissed him in their songs, and King Von wasn't an exception. In the track, "For a fact," Von rapped, "Caught that boy right by that bus. This his last stop." Tuka was one of the first teens killed in Chicago's gang war in 2011. The events leading to his tragic shooting unfolded on a seemingly ordinary evening in the Woodlawn neighborhood of Chicago. On January 12, 2011, as the clock approached 6:45 p.m., 15-year-old Shondale Gregory stood at a bus stop on the 500 block of East 63rd Street. Unaware of what was coming, he waited for a westbound bus with 2 of his friends. As they waited, a man approached them, asking if another bus was coming. The question seemed harmless, almost routine, but it quickly turned sinister. Without warning, the man walked behind the bus shelter, pulled out a silver handgun, and aimed it at Tuka. The first shot struck him, causing him to stagger toward a nearby trash can in a desperate attempt to escape. However, the gunman followed with chilling precision, firing 3 more shots into Tuka's back. The sound of gunfire quickly drew attention. Within moments, police and emergency responders arrived at the scene, but it was too late. Tuka lay motionless, pronounced dead at the scene. Lil Mark's murder Tuka wasn't the only one to lose his life at a bus stop. Mark Campbell, known as Lil Mark, suffered a similar fate, and King Von couldn't resist dissing him in his music. In January 2019, King Von and Mimo 600 collaborated on their track Exposing Me. On Exposing Me, King Von took a swipe at several of his ops, including Lil Mark. Von rapped, "I'm tired of smelling Tuka and Lil Mark, and I'm tired of scrap. I'm thinking about creating a new pack." Lil Mark had also dissed his ops before his death. On March 25, 2014, he released a diss track titled No Competition. The song directly targeted OTF and well-known rappers Lil Durk and Lil Reese. However, just 3 days later, on March 28, 2014, tragedy struck. That day started like any other, but it would end in disaster for Lil Mark. At around 1:27 p.m., he was waiting at a bus stop on the 300 block of East 51st Street. In broad daylight, he was gunned down, leaving behind his pregnant girlfriend. King Von and NBA Youngboy's girlfriend affair. Before his tragic passing, King Von was involved in a beef with NBA Youngboy and took to the booth to claim he had slept with Youngboy's girl. In the track, Von rapped, "All these atros. Dookie, I be fucking his main Daishao, and he don't know." Von then took to social media to add fuel to the fire. He tweeted, "Wouldn't believe the female I just made a hit with." Later, photos of him with NBA Youngboy's baby mama, Jania, surfaced online, leading to rumors that Von and Jania hadn't made music but had slept together. Jania took to Instagram to deny the rumors, stating that they only worked on music and that she was trying to make money to support her child.
Like I said, I don't with no nigga. I been working. We have a song coming out. Y'all wasn't supposed to know, but fuck, it is what it is now. We have a song coming out. So when the song come out, y'all go with it.
Asian Doll seemingly confirmed the rumors on Instagram, claiming she had seen DMs between King Von and Jania and that the music excuse was a lie. However, the damage had already been done. NBA Youngboy had already heard the rumor and took it as blatant disrespect. He posted a photo on Instagram with the caption, "I'm going to make sure my son F your daughter since you trolling bah." Youngboy appeared to have the last laugh as rumors swirled that Asian Doll had cheated on Von with him. One significant piece of evidence came when Youngboy messaged his producer using Asian's Instagram account, just 2 days before Von's tragic passing. Youngboy's feud with Von didn't stop there. On January 14, 2022, NBA Youngboy released Bring the Hook, a track that shook the internet. In the song, he dissed King Von and his entire gang, O-Block, rapping, "This that Squid Game, O-Block pack get rolled up, murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get folded up." While this diss track didn't escalate into a full-fledged gang war, it was widely viewed as one of the most disrespectful moments in their beef, Roy's murder. King Von and his best friend T-Roy lived a life ruled by the gun, claiming the lives of multiple ops. However, both of their fates were sealed. T-Roy was the first to be killed, and Von often paid tribute to him in his music. In one track, Von rapped, "All these Nakars Von, look how you feel for real. My best friend, he got killed." On February 14, 2017, Valentine's Day, T-Roy was out doing what he did best, catching ops lacking. On this day, his main target was TB from Taewon World. For context, TB had released a diss track just a month earlier, targeting O-Block and its members, including T-Roy. Fearless as ever, T-Roy went looking for TB in the 2000 block of East 71st Street in the South Shore neighborhood, a spot TB often frequented. T-Roy hoped to catch him off guard and finish the job. However, things took a dark turn. Unbeknownst to T-Roy, TB and his associate, Can't Get Right, were already on his trail. CCTV footage later revealed that TB and Can't Get Right flipped the script, scanning the streets and searching for T-Roy. At one point, T-Roy and his associate entered a store on 71st Street, unaware they were being hunted. Inside, T-Roy stood in an aisle talking to his friend. Moments later, TB and Can't Get Right entered the store. TB's right hand hovered slightly behind him, concealing a firearm. It was out of character for T-Roy to be caught lacking, but he must have assumed the encounter would be verbal, just another exchange of words with rivals. The confrontation seemed like it might turn into a fistfight, since if TB had intended to kill T-Roy immediately, he could have waited for him to walk outside, as most hits happen, or shot him the moment he entered the store. However, TB walked towards T-Roy as if he wanted to talk. Suddenly, TB raised his weapon and started firing, hitting T-Roy, who dropped to the floor. T-Roy was rushed to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, but he later succumbed to his gunshot wounds. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the Chicago rap scene. Famous rappers close to him, including Lil Durk, Lil Reese, 600 Breezy, and Chief Keef, took to Twitter to express their grief and pay tribute to their fallen friend. It didn't take long for T-Roy's death to be avenged. His brother, Headshot King, HK, retaliated by gunning down TB. Unfortunately, the cycle of violence didn't stop there, as HK was later killed by Wooski and other Taiwan World members. FBG Wooski and King Von often clashed on social media, especially on Twitter. On one occasion, Wooski tweeted, "King Von, you were scared to walk in the store. You looked me in my eye." Von responded with, "LOL, Onetta B, y'all locked the door when I tried to come back in, and you got up and went behind your guys." This exchange referred to an incident where Von ran into Wooski at a store on 63rd Street. Rumor has it that Wooski saw Von and quickly ran into the store to hide. Von couldn't confront him because Wooski allegedly hid behind his crew in the store. Von later revealed in one of his tracks that he didn't shoot up the store because he wasn't wearing his ski mask. In the song On Your Ass, Von raps, "I saw him at the store, but I ain't have my mask. This the last time that the ops getting a pass." That wasn't the last time Von and Wooski would cross paths. On one occasion, they met in the streets, and this time, they settled it with their fists.
I interviewed somebody, man, and they was telling me about a time when you and Von got in a fight in front of O-Block.
Wooski says that he and his friend saw Von while they were walking around O-Block. Wooski claimed he got into a fight with Von, but a fourth person soon joined in to help Von. Cops quickly arrived at the scene and stopped things from getting worse before they did.
When we walked on Kings Drive and they was standing right there and the police and shit pulled up and they thought they was just gonna stand right there. We got the whooping their ass. Me and him got the fight, and then some other mob came and jumped in and the police came and broke the fight up. We all got up out of there.
But King Von told a different story about what happened. He told them that he beat up Wooski.
Hey, Wooski ain't tell y'all I beat his ass one day. He ain't tell y'all that he too dumb to remember. I punched his ass up.
FBG Duck's murder happened on August 4th, 2020, at Michigan Avenue and East Oak Street in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast area. A month later, King Von put out the song GTA, which was meant to insult Duck. He said, "He made a diss, and now he's a ghost. And it happened fast. We need to toast." In the song. The killing of FBG Duck was caught on CCTV, and the details were horrifying. Surveillance footage showed a black car stopping in front of a store, with armed men getting out and firing shots at Duck as he desperately tried to escape. After shooting him, the attackers fled in the black car, while a gray Chrysler, also involved, sped away. More footage later showed the gray Chrysler being pursued by a police car as it pulled up to O-Block. Over the following months, investigators pieced together key evidence, including surveillance videos, eyewitness reports, and social media posts. A breakthrough came when police uncovered a digital trail linking the crime to members of the O-Block gang. Posts boasting about the attack, mixed with video evidence placing the suspects at the scene, solidified the case. Ultimately, it was revealed that FBG Duck was targeted for dissing T-Roy, further escalating the ongoing gang tensions in Chicago.
Like that. I don't know. Okay. All I know, don't say that about Troy or rest in peace. You don't say about Troy. That's it.
In the Exposing Me remix, FBG Duck raps about T-Roy's death, saying, "T-Roy ain't get shot inside his head, but he ain't make it though. They got so many dead. I don't know who to smoke." King Von challenged Duck in his DMs, saying, "I'm really helping you out, you feel me? 'Cause your cow isn't hitting on anything now. Mother talking about you, you feel me? You're welcome, Goofy." Duck responded, calling Von a fan. "You really needed to mention me for your to-do numbers like all your other silly boys. I've been a topic, you know that. Just say you're a fan." FBG. Duck didn't stop there, releasing Dead Mates in July 2020, where he kept dissing O-Block, rapping, Made Chicago legends. That was just about business. Said I wasn't going to diss the dead, and okay, I did it. But T-Roy and OD, them dead. This seems to have broken the last straw, and a few weeks later, Duck was shot and killed on Michigan Avenue in the Gold Coast area of Chicago. It was claimed that King Von may have put out a $100,000 bounty for Duck's death. Before Duck was killed, his brother, FBG Brick, was also attacked. On July 17, 2017, FBG Brick and his cousin, Kobe Mack, were in the Woodlawn neighborhood when a car pulled up looking for FBG Duck but left after they couldn't find him. Later, Von dissed FBG Brick in the track, pressing, rapping, "I mean a switch, I can shoot a brick, and they still say I hit. I mean they hit. They caught that maybe Brick and hit him in his."
They were standing out there and this block was full of people. And the story that I'm hearing was a car pulled up and asked for Duck. Like, yo, Duck out here? And everybody looking like, who is you? They didn't recognize who was in the car.
Later, at around 2:50 p.m., shots rang out, and police were called to the 6300 block of South St. Lawrence. They discovered a horrifying scene. Kobe Mack lay in front of a home with a gunshot wound to the head, while FBG Brick was found in the back gangway, suffering from gunshot wounds to his back and arm.
They instantly shot Kobe, and Brick tried to run and jump a gate and was shot in the back.
Both men were declared dead at the scene. Kai's murder, one of V's fiercest ops, featured the infamous female assassin Kira Barnes, alias Kai. When she was killed at 17, V was the main suspect. Years after her murder, Von dissed her in the track War With Us, where he rapped, "Put a pretty op in a morgue, call that drop dead gorgeous." By the time she passed away, young Kai had become a cruel killer in the streets of Chicago. Key's mom thought her daughter was a sweet, innocent girl.
"I'm just gonna miss her presence. She was a very, very beautiful, well-known, lovely girl."
Rumor on the street has it that before she died, Kai had murdered someone by the young age of 14 and might have been responsible for as many as 20 murders. It was rumored that she was behind the murder of one of O Block's most feared, loved, and respected shooters, O.D. Perry. The rumor suggested that the killer had stolen O.D.'s gun and posted photos brandishing the weapon on social media. It wasn't long before the rumor was attached to none other than Kira Barnes. She also took to social media to diss O.D. Perry, but she would meet a similar fate as her victims. On April 11th, a hooded gunman shot Barnes in front of a home in the 6400 block of Southeast. Kai was hit 9 times in the mouth, neck, and chest before running and collapsing on a neighbor's doorstep, where she passed out. She later succumbed to her injuries at Northwestern Memorial Hospital. Key had been walking with her brother, FBG Buddha, and a friend that day. Buddha survived, though he sustained gunshot wounds. V was arrested in connection with the shooting after eyewitnesses identified him. However, the police could not meet the burden of proof in court, so the charges were rejected due to the lack of solid evidence to convict him. Years later, after King Von's tragic shooting in Atlanta, reports began circulating that Von had indeed killed Kai. However, Key's brother, FBG Buddha, who was at the scene,
and what I know is, on my dad, Von didn't kill Kai.
According to FBG Buddha, he saw the shooter.
I got shot too. I was right there. I got shot too. I saw the motherfucker who popped us. He did.
Despite Buddha not wanting to credit Von with the hit, it has become an open secret that Von was the one responsible. King Von despised snitches and anyone who associated with them. When 6YX99 decided to cooperate with authorities and testify against his gang, Von made it clear how he felt in his track Suspects, where he rapped about 6YX99 being a snitch. On November 18, 2018, 6YX99 and 4 of his associates were arrested on federal RICO and firearms charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and armed robbery. He faced up to life in prison after admitting to being part of the 9 Trey Gangsters, a violent sect of the Bloods.
Were you a member of any gang?
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the gang that you were a member of? the non-trade blood.
Audio from 6 and 99's court testimony revealed him confessing to various crimes the gang was involved in, including drug trafficking, assaults, and other violent activities. His cooperation with the authorities was a major turning point in the case, as he detailed the inner workings of the gang, which led to significant legal consequences for his associates.
What sorts of things did 9 trade members do?
We participated in a lot of, violent crimes, robberies, assaults, drugs, sorts of that nature.
After serving a short jail sentence, 6ix99 faced widespread rejection from the hip-hop community. Artists distanced themselves from him, and podcasts refused to give him a platform. DJ Academics revealed that 6ix9's label, 10K Projects, tried to arrange interviews for him, but no one was willing to take the risk of being associated with him due to his cooperation with the authorities and his controversial reputation.
They called me back 5-6 days later. We tried to get him an interview with everybody for him to explain his side. Nobody wants to do it. I said, what? Nobody wants to touch it with a 10 feet.
King Von's reaction to Nicki Minaj collaborating with 6ix9ine on the track Trolls sent shockwaves through the industry. He expressed his disappointment in Nicki, calling out her decision to work with someone who had cooperated with authorities. Von criticized people who, in his view, would betray their morals and friends just for fame and success. His posts revealed his anger and disillusionment, as he felt many were willing to lose their integrity for a taste of the fast life. Despite his controversial persona, Von's real-life experiences made him a figure of both admiration and disdain.